It's a true pleasure to have you with us today as we embark on a vital conversation, one that touches the very core of your well-being, especially if you're navigating life with diabetes after the age of 40. You see, when we talk about diabetes, the immediate thought often goes to blood sugar, diet, and medication, doesn't it? But what if I told you there's a silent, yet powerful companion to diabetes that often goes unnoticed, subtly shaping your daily life and your emotional landscape? We're talking about the profound and often overlooked connection between diabetes and your mental health. For those of you living with diabetes, whether it's type 1 or type 2, you know firsthand the constant demands of managing this condition. It's a chronic illness, a daily commitment that requires unwavering attention to what you eat, how much you exercise, and the careful monitoring of your glucose levels. It's a relentless balancing act, a tightrope walk that for many of you in your 40s and beyond comes on top of an already busy life. You're likely juggling careers, family responsibilities, perhaps even caring for aging parents, all while trying to maintain your own sense of self and purpose. Then suddenly there's this new, demanding reality, diabetes. It can feel like a cold shower, can it? A diagnosis that, beyond the physical adjustments, ushers in a cascade of emotional challenges. Well, let's get down to the science of it, because understanding is the first step towards empowerment. Medical studies, robust and clear, consistently show that people living with diabetes are at a significantly higher risk, in fact, twice as likely to develop conditions like depression and anxiety. This isn't just about feeling a bit down now and then. It's about a deep, persistent impact on your brain and your entire emotional system. We're talking about a genuine biological and psychological interplay. How does this manifest in your daily life? Perhaps you found yourself experiencing a persistent, overwhelming fatigue that no amount of rest seems to cure. It's more than just being tired. It's an exhaustion that seeps into your bones, making even simple tasks feel monumental. Or maybe you've noticed an increased irritability, a shorter fuse than usual, where small frustrations suddenly feel like insurmountable obstacles. Have you found yourself struggling with sleep, tossing and turning, unable to quiet your mind, even when your body desperately craves rest? These aren't just isolated incidents. They could be telltale signs, silent whispers from your mind telling you something deeper is at play. We also see difficulties with concentration, a fog that settles over your thoughts, making it hard to focus, to make decisions, or to engage with the things you once enjoyed. These symptoms, while common in general depression, can be uniquely intertwined with the demands and biological shifts of living with diabetes. You see, the continuous effort to manage your blood sugar, the constant worry about potential complications, the feeling of losing control over your own body. These are immense emotional burdens. The very act of living with diabetes can generate chronic stress and frustration. And these aren't just feelings. They trigger physiological responses within your body. Hormonal and metabolic alterations, direct consequences of diabetes itself, can directly influence your mood and emotional well-being. It's a vicious cycle where the physical aspects of diabetes can exacerbate mental health challenges, and conversely, poor mental health can make diabetes management even harder. It's crucial to recognize these signals, to understand that what you might be experiencing isn't a personal failing or just part of getting older. These are legitimate symptoms that warrant attention and care. Ignoring this emotional dimension is like trying to put out a fire with a teacup, utterly ineffective and potentially dangerous. Your mental health is not a luxury. It's an integral part of your overall health, especially when you're managing a chronic condition like diabetes. But why is this connection so strong? What are the specific biological and psychological threads that weave this intricate tapestry? In our next segment, we'll delve deeper into the underlying causes, exploring the fascinating mechanisms that link diabetes to your brain and how factors beyond biology also play a pivotal role. Stay with us, because understanding these connections is your first step toward holistic well-being. In our previous segment, we started to unravel the undeniable link between diabetes and your mental well-being, highlighting how the daily realities of managing blood sugar, can cast a long shadow over your emotional landscape. Now let's dig deeper. Why is this connection so potent? What are the threads, both biological and psychological, that weave this intricate tapestry of mind and body? Understanding these underlying mechanisms isn't just academic, it's empowering, offering you clarity on what you might be experiencing. You see, the relationship isn't solely about the stress of managing a chronic condition. There are profound biological shifts happening within your body that directly impact your brain. Your brain, that incredible control center, relies on a delicate balance. When diabetes enters the picture, this balance can be disrupted. For instance, chronic high blood sugar or hyperglycemia isn't just damaging to your organs. It creates a state of low-grade, persistent inflammation throughout your body, including your brain. This inflammation can interfere with the production and function of crucial neurotransmitters, chemical messengers like serotonin and dopamine that regulate your mood, sleep, and overall sense of well-being. Imagine a subtle, constant static in your brain's communication system. That's what chronic inflammation can feel like, subtly chipping away at your emotional resilience. Furthermore, diabetes can affect your blood vessels, including the tiny, intricate vessels supplying your brain. When blood flow is compromised, your brain might not receive the oxygen and nutrients it needs to function optimally. This can impact areas responsible for emotional regulation, cognitive processing, and your ability to cope with stress. It's like a dimmer switch being turned down on your brain's efficiency, making it harder to maintain a stable mood or think clearly. And let's not forget the hormonal dance. Insulin resistance, a hallmark of diabetes, can influence other hormonal systems, including those involved in your stress response. An overactive or dysregulated stress response can mean higher levels of cortisol, the stress hormone, which, over time, can contribute to feelings of anxiety and depression. So, it's not simply a matter of willpower. Your very biology is playing a role in how you feel. But beyond the biology, there's the relentless psychological toll. Have you ever considered the sheer mental workload of living with diabetes? Every meal, every snack, every decision about activity levels, every glucose check, every medication dose, it's a constant, demanding mental calculation. This burden of self-management can be incredibly heavy, a 24/7 job without holidays or sick days, leading to what we call diabetes burnout. You might feel overwhelmed, frustrated, or simply exhausted by the unending need for vigilance. This isn't a sign of weakness. It's a natural response to an extraordinary demand. Then there's the fear, the very real, palpable fear of complications. Worry about losing eyesight, nerve damage, kidney problems, or the risk of a heart attack or stroke. These aren't abstract concepts. They're deeply personal anxieties that can haunt your thoughts, making it difficult to find peace or look forward to the future. This constant apprehension, this feeling of losing control over your own body and destiny, can be a powerful trigger for anxiety and depression. Perhaps you felt that pang of guilt after a meal that wasn't perfect, or frustration when your blood sugar is inexplicably high despite your best efforts. These feelings can erode your self-esteem, making you question your capabilities. And what about the social dimension? Have you ever felt the weight of judgment, or the subtle sting of misunderstanding from others who don't truly grasp what it means to live with diabetes? The stigma associated with chronic conditions, sometimes unfairly linked to lifestyle choices, can lead to feelings of shame or isolation. This can make you reluctant to talk about your struggles, seek support, or engage in social activities that might disrupt your carefully managed routine. Imagine declining a dinner party invitation due to dietary concerns, or feeling like a burden when explaining your needs. This can lead to social withdrawal, further exacerbating feelings of loneliness and depression. A lack of understanding or adequate support from your closest circles can leave you feeling alone in your battle, amplifying the emotional strain. As you can see, this isn't a simple equation. It's a complex interplay of your body's chemistry, your mind's coping mechanisms, and the societal landscape you navigate every day. Recognizing these interwoven factors is the first critical step toward addressing them. But once we understand these roots, what can we do? What are the practical, evidence-based strategies you can employ to fortify your mental health while managing your diabetes? In our next segment, we'll turn our attention to the solutions, exploring tangible steps you can take to foster a healthier mind and a healthier life. Don't go anywhere. In our last segment, we peeled back the layers of a complex truth, exploring the intricate biological, psychological, and social threads that weave together diabetes and your mental well-being. We talked about the silent inflammation in your brain, the relentless mental workload of self-management, and the isolating sting of stigma. It's a lot to take in, isn't it? But here's the crucial part. Understanding these challenges is not meant to overwhelm you, but to empower you. Because once we understand the roots of a problem, we can begin to cultivate solutions. And that's precisely what we're going to do now. Turn our attention to the tangible, evidence-based strategies available to you, designed to fortify your mind as you navigate life with diabetes. You see, feeling overwhelmed or experiencing symptoms of depression and anxiety while managing diabetes isn't a sign of weakness. It's a call for support, a signal that your body and mind are seeking balance. And thankfully, there are many paths to finding that balance. Let's start with the professional support that can make a profound difference. Have you ever considered speaking with a mental health professional? Engaging in psychotherapy, particularly a well-established approach like cognitive behavioral therapy or CBT, isn't about being broken. It's about acquiring powerful tools. Imagine learning to identify those negative thought patterns that whisper doubts or criticisms in your ear. Thoughts like, "I'm not doing enough," or "this is too hard." CBT helps you challenge these thoughts, reframe them, and develop healthier coping mechanisms. It's like learning a new language for your mind, one that speaks of resilience and self-compassion. For many of you, this can be a pivotal step, transforming how you perceive your challenges and equipping you with practical strategies to manage stress, improve your mood, and even enhance your diabetes self-care. And sometimes, just as your body might need medication to help manage your blood sugar, your brain might benefit from medication to help restore its chemical balance. Antidepressants or anti-anxiety medications, prescribed and carefully monitored by your doctor, can be incredibly effective in alleviating severe symptoms, giving you the mental space and energy to engage in other beneficial therapies and lifestyle changes. This isn't a sign of failure. It's a wise, medically supported decision to address an imbalance, just as you would for any other physical symptom. The key, always, is a collaborative approach, working closely with your endocrinologist, your primary care physician, and a mental health specialist to create a holistic treatment plan tailored specifically for you. Because your journey is unique, and your care should be too. But professional help is just one piece of the puzzle. What about the power you hold in your daily life through your choices and habits? Let's talk about lifestyle modifications. These aren't just buzzwords. They are potent interventions. You already know about the benefits of regular physical activity for your blood sugar control, don't you? But have you considered its profound impact on your mood? When you exercise, your body releases endorphins, those natural mood elevators that can genuinely lift your spirits and reduce feelings of stress and anxiety. Even a brisk walk each day could be a game changer. What kind of movement brings you joy? Is it dancing, gardening, swimming, or simply a stroll in nature? Finding an activity you genuinely enjoy makes it sustainable and turns it into a powerful ally for both your physical and mental health. Welcome back, and thank you for staying with us throughout this crucial discussion. We've journeyed together, peeling back the layers of a truth that, while often overlooked, is profoundly impactful. The undeniable, intricate connection between living with diabetes after 40 and your mental well-being. We started by challenging the common perception that diabetes is solely about blood sugar, revealing how it could be a silent trigger for depression and anxiety, affecting your very core. Do you remember how we explored the scientific underpinnings of this relationship? We uncovered how chronic inflammation, compromised blood flow to your brain, and hormonal shifts, all stemming from diabetes, can directly influence your mood and emotional resilience. It's a biological reality, not just a fleeting feeling. And we ventured beyond biology, didn't we? We delved into the psychological landscape, acknowledging the immense mental workload of constant self-management, the burnout, and a very real fear of complications that can weigh heavily on your spirit. We also illuminated the often isolating impact of social stigma, that subtle judgment that can make you feel alone in your journey. Recognizing these multifaceted causes isn't about placing blame. It's about understanding the complex forces at play within your life. But our journey didn't end with understanding the challenges. Far from it, we then shifted our focus to empowerment, exploring the tangible, evidence-based strategies available to you right now. We discussed the profound impact of professional support, how engaging in psychotherapy, like cognitive behavioral therapy, can equip you with vital tools to reframe negative thoughts and build resilience. And we talked about when medication, under careful medical supervision, can be a compassionate and effective aid to restore chemical balance, just as you would for any other physical symptom. Beyond professional help, we highlighted the incredible power you hold in your daily choices, didn't we? The consistent practice of physical activity, not just for your blood sugar, but for those natural mood-boosting endorphins. The mindful choices in your diet, fueling not just your body, but your brain for optimal emotional function. The calming sanctuaries found in mindfulness, meditation, and even just a few minutes of conscious breathing. And the fundamental importance of prioritizing sleep, that often underrated pillar of both physical and mental recovery. Each of these isn't an isolated act. They are threads in a tapestry of holistic well-being, woven together by your intention and commitment. Perhaps most importantly, we emphasize the healing power of connection. Have you considered reaching out to your trusted friends and family, allowing them to truly see and support you? Or explore the invaluable embrace of a diabetes support group, a community where shared experiences forge bonds of understanding and encouragement? Because remember, you are never, ever alone in this journey. So, as we bring our conversation to a close, consider this. Your mental health is not a separate entity from your physical health. It is the silent conductor of your entire symphony of well-being. Especially after 40, when life's complexities are already abundant, nurturing your mind becomes an essential act of self-love and self-preservation. It is fundamental to living a full, vibrant, and happy life with diabetes, not despite it. We've laid out the scientific understanding, the underlying causes, and a robust array of solutions. Now, the final step belongs to you. Will you commit to recognizing the signals your mind sends? Will you bravely seek out the professional help you deserve, without hesitation or shame? Will you embrace lifestyle choices that nourish both your body and your spirit? And will you actively cultivate a network of support that reminds you of your strength and resilience? The path to well-being with diabetes is a continuous one, a journey of learning, adapting, and above all, self-compassion. Regular consultations with your doctor and, importantly, a mental health professional are not optional extras. They are vital components of your comprehensive care plan. Participate in support groups. Lean on your loved ones. And most critically, treat yourself with the kindness and attention you so readily offer to others. Because your well-being, your peace of mind, and your ability to thrive are absolutely invaluable. You have the power to live a rich, meaningful life, and by caring for your mind as diligently as you care for your body, you make that vision a vibrant reality.